Okay, I have some questions from a YouTube channel called Games Just Wanna Be Fun. And let's hit it. First question is, what brought you to want to develop for the VCS? What do you like about it? Well, that's a good question. I did not know about the VCS during the crowdfunding time. I only found out about the device a few months ago when a friend of mine was asking if I plan on supporting the platform. And I've always been an Atari fan, so I was thinking that, yeah, that would be great. And I sent an email to Atari. They responded, and they were quite happy to provide a dev kit. So I kind of felt, well, why not? I was at the time, I was already working on a console version of Guntech. I was the plan was to get it on the Xbox, and it was not that big of a leap to switch to Atari. The game is still going to come out on the Xbox later on, but I switched the priority because the VCS launch date happened to be very close. So I figured, well, let's just get it out on the VCS first and then Xbox later. And so here we are. What do I like about the VCS? It's the indie mindset for sure. It's so much nicer. The system to get onboarded with, there's not that much bureaucracy. Like, as you guys have seen, Atari allowed me to share pictures of the dev kit, which would be unheard of with some of the other platforms. And the community is great. All the feedback I receive, all the enthusiasm I can feel on the community is really important for a game developer. I have made games for like 30 years. I've worked at the big studios. I've been an independent developer before. I prefer the indie way of life, so that's why I, went back from the corporate guy to being an indie dev, and I think Atari is a perfect platform for that. Question number 2. Do you plan on supporting it with another game or games you create? For sure. So right now the focus is getting Guntech out, and we'll see how that goes. If I hope, first of all, people will like the game. If they do, then after that the next question is it a viable platform? Meaning, do you have enough people out there buying games? We know at the approximate number of people who've pre-ordered it. It might be enough if those people are actually gamers, and but we don't know if they are buying it from just as a Linux computer. So we'll see. But I hope that it will be a viable platform financially, because I would love to support that with the next games that I will be making next year. The question number 3. What are your hopes for Guntech on the VCS? Well, as I said, I hope people like the game. That's the number one thing. I know that on the VCS you can't make a lot of money. So the number one thing, of course, for me is that to make a game that the Atari users are going to like. And then I do hope that it is financially sane thing to do, so that I'm not spending months of my time creating a game without any financial return. So we'll see. It's a very open-ended question right now. No one really knows what the console is going to be like when it goes out. Are people going to buy a lot of games for it, and how is it going to sell next year, and all that? Too many open-ended questions to really know. I know it's an Atari, and that's important for a lot of people, including myself. So yeah, we'll see. Number 4. Is your game a single player and multiplayer? Well, it is single player right now. There will be another version, but I actually made a decision to cut out the split screen multiplayer for this version, because I want to focus on delivering high quality game at the launch, and not try to cram too much into one game. So the plan right now is that Guntech is coming out at the launch as a single player game. Then later on, maybe January, there will be a new game called Guntech Arena, which is a multiplayer. At least initially, is going to be a split screen, 2-player, one device type of game. Then later on, that's going to get networked multiplayer support as well. That needs to be built. Right now, I don't have any networking in the game at all. Do you plan on doing any online multiplayer in the future for Guntech? Well, yeah. So as I said, there will be an online multiplayer for Guntech Arena. Probably not for this mission-driven game. There might be a multiplayer component for the single-player game. I have this little thing, little sidekick that at some parts of the game you'll be flying with. And I've been thinking whether that should be something that you can control with the second joystick. Maybe. All right, so let's move on. Do you feel once people get their hands on the VCS, do you think people will start buying it as a gaming console and not just a retro nostalgia? In other words, do you see a possible potential as a developer if the VCS has done? So, yeah, that's a very good question, and no one knows the answer right now. So, I hope people are willing to buy and play modern games on the VCS. That's my goal, because I think there is enough retro thing out there. Like you can get a lot of retro games via emulation. So either new versions of the new versions of the classic games, or completely new games. That's what I would be interested in developing in the future for the VCS. And I'd be very interested in hearing from the community on what type of games are you guys interested in on a retro, or could VCS be a kind of a game console for all kind of gamers? So yeah, that was that. I do hope that I was able to answer your questions. Please, everyone, feel free to connect me with any questions you have. Subscribe to my YouTube channel as well, please. I will be posting more stuff about the VCS and Guntech there as the days go by. Thanks, bye.